All right, let's welcome in three-time Super Bowl champion, linebacker, and longtime NFL coach Mike Vrabel. Mike, I know you're doing some consulting this season, so after watching the first three quarters tonight, I'd love to hear your expert opinion. Do you have any advice on how Peyton can improve at this? Because I've pretty much given up on him.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole, Sigma Chi frat look with the collared shirt and the quarter zip. It's like a commercial for a bad Brooks Brothers commercial.
All right, yes. I've worked with him on his attire, and he just copies me. That's the problem. So.
Mike,
I guess Arch dressed you guys all the same as kids.
That's a fact. Eli pointed out the first season you're not officially a player or a coach since you started playing football as a kid. Just two questions here, Mike. You can answer either one. First, how has this adjustment been? And second, what head coaching job are you taking next season?
Yeah, the adjustment's been really cool. I've enjoyed the, first of all, the Haslam family. I grew up 30 miles south of here. I grew up a Browns fan. And so for the Haslam family to welcome me here with Andrew Berry and Kevin, being able to work with them in the off season and through this season, training camp and now the season, and just coaching isn't any fun without players. And, it's great to be around players. And, there's a good one that I used to coach right there, finding a way to get a first down, Derrick Henry.
Right? No doubt about it.
Stiff arm. That stiff arm should be legal. Oh, my goodness.
I think he's dodging the second question, Eli, so I'll move on.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said pick. I thought you said pick one.
Oh, I got it. Even better.
He listens. He actually listens, Peyton, unlike you. He listens to the question.
Mike, just talk about this guy, Derrick Henry. You coached him for so many years with the Titans. I mean, it seems like he's getting better and better every single year. Just talk about him as a player.
Well, just the durability, his ability to carry the load, carry a heavy workload, inside run, the ability to stretch and cut. We ran toss cracks with him. We tried to get him to screen. We tried to find ways to manufacture getting him the football in space. And obviously you could see what he does when he gets to the second level. Try to get him into his fourth or fifth step. And you saw on 4th and 1, they went fast. They ran gap scheme, and how quickly he hit it downhill. So, if you're going to stop him, you've got to make him start and stop in the backfield. You just can't let him get downhill in the second level.
Coach, you know these two teams pretty well. You faced them a combined 9 times, including the playoffs during your time with the Titans. Tell us your thoughts on both these teams and what's going to happen here down the stretch.
Well, I mean, obviously, just the physicality in which they play with. Nobody, the quarterbacks have been very efficient. There hasn't been a turnover. This game's going to come down to the ability to somebody getting a turnover and somebody getting a stop in the red zone. They haven't gotten any stops in the red zone. You talked about going for that 2-point conversion to make it a 2-score game early in the fourth quarter. We've done that before. We did that. Here, you get a big play here, a breakaway. One of Bill Belichick's keys is not giving up explosive plays, and you see that here. But that was trying to go to make it a 2-score game. We did that before in the past, but I think that the analytics are going to tell you that 8's just as good as 9. As much as you probably don't think that, but 8, is going to need a touchdown and now a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they're going to do here now, with the 13-point lead.
Eli, you wasn't even touched right there. Mike, you don't see that many running plays with the running backs not even touched for a 50-plus yard run.
Safety took not a great angle kind of coming in there. Let him get outside of him. I mean, he could have made the tackle for a loss.
I mean, and you kind of think, you take Derrick out, okay, let's give him a blow, let's throw the ball. You're not really expecting it.
Pass right there.
Yeah, I think I feel like the Chargers kind of relaxed there, and wow. Well, now it's a 2-score game, so we don't have to worry about that.
We don't have to worry about the 2-point conversion. Now we'll get the Chargers on the ball. Probably, that was the worst place we wanted you. I thought you were obviously better in that mode. And it was, you get to that point, and and now he can go on the ball, and they're going to go fast and just keep rolling. But you know, I can relate with Owen Wilson. I was listening earlier, and you know, Urban Meyer asked him, "Do I know you?" And Urban Meyer was coaching the Titans. He was coaching the Jaguars, and he actually said the same thing to me. I said, "Yeah, I'm the head coach for the Titans, and I worked for you for 2 years."
Oh, that's just like his line. Oh, yes.
I love it. I love it. Mike, stay with us. Stay with us.
He kicked that one.
This is good stuff coming down the stretch. I like exactly what he said, Eli. I like Herbert in the no huddle. Get him into some rhythm, show off that arm. I think the running play's got to stop. We got to start throwing it more.
Yep.
Mike Vrabel's Titans are physical, aggressive, and for the most part,
Go, hurt him. Sorry!
Mike, that's you getting laid out by side judge Eugene Hall in a game against these Ravens. Eugene Hall is actually reffing in this game tonight. Please take us through this play.
Hey, everybody back up out of the white. I tell you what, they mean it. I was watching up on the Jumbotron, and I'm making sure that we don't do anything that costs us yards in that game, or we don't do dumb stuff to hurt the team. And here I am, and I'm like, please, God, do not throw a penalty on me. The players will not let me live this down. No penalty.
So why are you?
No penalty.
Do you often say sorry to someone when they run into you? Is that a normal occurrence?
I knew exactly where I was, and I was doing everything I could just to not get a penalty for being in the white.
Oh, I love it. Hey,
Mike, the Chargers got to go. Chargers got to go no huddle. If you're the Ravens, I mean, are you playing? I mean, everybody talks about, is this the time to play prevent defense? But you want to play a little more zone, right, to keep them from having big chunks, don't you think?
Well, I mean, they play a lot of zone. I mean, they play a lot of two high quarters, and you know that's the shell that they base out of. And so, you know, the clock's going to stop. You know, it's going to run out when they get out of bounds up until 5 minutes. So, really, the clock isn't going to stop until we get underneath 5, and the receivers are, you know, now it's going to wind here after this. But we don't need any penalties. We got to make them earn everything. You know, we're going to have to be able to get into the middle of the pocket. And we're going to have to get a negative play and not let Herbert throw on rhythm.
Hey, Mike, I know in these situations as an outside linebacker, defensive end, kind of, you know, you got to be licking your chops knowing they're throwing and get sacks. I know when you win against Peyton, you actually have 6 sacks against Peyton in your career, yet you never sacked me. Is that, you think, because we only played in 3 games, or am I just the most elusive quarterback?
Just your athletic ability. He was a sitting duck. He was a sitting duck back there. He was a statue.
Oh, well, that doesn't even count.
He is.
I mean, he's
tripping
falling
over
down.
the turf in RCA.
Oh, there's a fumble.
Ball security. He's got bad ball security, Eli. I do want to congratulate Eli on being one of the semifinalists for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, man. That's a hell of an honor.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
And so, you know, when you look at this, now you're going to see some games. You're going to see some 4-man rush. I don't know how much pressure, maybe a simulated pressure, you know, where they bring the nickel and drop an end. You'll see some pass rush games from these guys up front, and then trying to keep them fresh and trying to roll through, you know, as they start piling up these pass rushes.
And there's no reason for these corners.
It's just going to be shots, and you know.
Yeah, I mean, no reason to bite on a double move, right? I mean, let them complete the 12-yard hook. Don't bite on the hook and go, right? Just back off, keep everything in front.
We're going to have to be able to tackle.
Go.
Right.
Hey, he had them. They bit on the double
that's
move.
What you needed.
They ran a slug go. They ran a slant and go on the right side, and he bit, and he had them, and he got sacked instead.
Holding, number 70.
And again, this is what you're going to need throughout the course here, is being able to get into the pocket. There's the pass rush game we talked about.
There's your game you talked about.
And then trying to get the football out. So, again, you have to understand in these situations what you're going to get. You know, you're going to get some other, you know, it's basically all third down. And then, like Eli said, you got the sluggo. You know, all the quarter stuff is still going to be isolated coverage out there on number 1 anyways.
Okay, I think right here, just try to get half of it, right? Try to go get 9 yards. Just get it where it's third and manageable. You don't have to throw it down the field. Run.
Well, he's doing it.
Well, that's the other thing. You got 4 guys behind the quarterback.
Oh!
And then now here we talked about penalties. Bill
Mike,
alluded to it earlier, but.
And Mike, when you say that 4 guys behind the quarterback, that means they're all rushing too far upfield. They should stay and keep them in front. Keep Herbert in front of them. Is what you're saying? Yeah.
The same thing that happened down in the red zone. We had 3 guys behind the quarterback. You got 1 guy that's double teamed. You give the quarterback too many options, and in this case, allows Herbert to step up, put the ball wherever he wants it, forces a penalty. Did they pick it up?
They picked it up. I don't really see how you can do that.
Well, there was your double move again, Eli.
There was a double move.
Probably said he probably was playing the football. I don't mind them picking that up.
Yeah, I don't think that's a foul.
Come on, Mike, you caught 11 career touchdowns. You're an
that
offensive
doesn't rise to the level. 12. Bill said 10. He forgot the other 2 in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, only regular season touchdowns.
They did run to me, and I heard him say they didn't run to me. They ran to me 1 time, and I celebrated as much as I did catching a touchdown.
All right, stay with us, Coach. We'll be right back. Hey, Mike, you had a lot of highlights from your playing career, but I want to show one from your coaching career when we have a second. Right now.
That's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
That's your post-game press conference back in 2022. I just want you to feel free to answer any of Peyton's questions that same way tonight, Coach.
Perfect.
Mike,
I probably elaborated. I elaborated more than that.
Hey, Mike, you once said the only way to stop Lamar Jackson was to tie his shoelaces together. I'm not sure that's actually allowed in the NFL rule book. Any other ideas on how you slow Lamar Jackson down?
Well, I think you've got to make him and make this offense, they've got to beat you outside the numbers is something that we've always tried to talk about. It's just too much speed, and obviously when he keeps it, you've got to force him lateral. If he has the football, and if he's making throws, try to make him. He can't beat you on in-breaking routes, things that are coming within his vision, or overs to Andrews or these tight ends. They beat you throwing comebacks all game. They're going to beat you. But we always felt like you had to make them try to go lateral and beat you outside the numbers.
Hey, Coach, back in 2019, you famously said on Bussin' with the Boys that you would probably cut off a key body part to reach the Super Bowl as a head coach. And I know you're going to have a lot of job interviews this offseason. Are you prepared to show teams how dedicated you are to winning?
Of course. No job too big to help us win a championship.
Which
you guys are just like Will and Taylor, except much more accomplished players and not as funny.
Thank you. I think.
I expect a tweet to be coming any minute. They watch this show religiously and active social media. So something tells me Taylor's coming with something soon here in the fourth quarter.
They want your mustache to come back. They want the thick mustache.
They do. They want the mustache to come back.
I always tell them every time they need a ratings bump, they have me on the bus.
Mike,
Derrick Henry,
ground and pound
Mike,
here.
is there a better running back? Is there a better guy to have? Is there a better guy to have here in this 4-minute offense than Derrick Henry?
No, because he's going to fall forward. You see, like Eli is talking about, these direct runs. So now we're going to see the quarterback take 39.5 seconds. We're going to see direct runs. We're going to see offensive linemen pushing the pile. You want to stay in bounds. No penalties. Give a guy a shove if you're in a bad spot. We don't need a holding. We just need a couple more first downs, and then obviously, the Chargers are going to have to start using their timeouts here.
kind of surprised the Chargers punted on that last one. I mean, I don't know. I think
there's a power gaps game.
4th and 18.
Holding. There's a penalty that stops the clock.
Holding.
Holding.
He's going, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I mean, and Mike, when y'all were
Probably
having
got him on the back
penalties,
block.
if you had some penalties, Mike, I mean, I was asking Bill this. I mean, how do you really address it in practice? So like I said, do you have referees out there? Do you call holding in practice to let your linemen know that's illegal? Are you doing it in the film sessions? I mean, how do you fix it if you're Baltimore?
Well, it's about, again, eliminating the pre-snap penalties. The aggressive ones are about technique and fundamentals, right? DBs playing the football, right? Not face guarding and having contact. It's about getting your hands inside. It's about staying square, understanding when they beat your feet, you got to give them a shove. We've talked about that all the time when Derrick Henry was our running back and said give them a shove and see if they can make a tackle as we get the option play. Ball security is going to be critical here. But they're going to probably have to obviously punt it back and give the ball back to Herbert where they could have, been in 3rd and 1 there, but the holding penalty, cost them. So try to, just focus on the pre-snap penalties, get a line right, don't have guys motioning and shifting at the same time, and then all those post-snap penalties are about technique and fundamentals.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, I'm sure you're excited to watch your Buckeyes face Michigan on Saturday. Hopefully not as hyped as you were back in 2012 as an Ohio State assistant. We're going to show a photo here when we can. This is you getting a little too excited and headbutting one of your players before the game. He was wearing a helmet, and you obviously were not. Would you say this is the biggest lesson you've learned in your coaching career?
Well, that was before there was a concussion protocol.
You look great. You look great right there. Hey,
I mean, that was
Mike,
before the game. I wrapped a bandage around my head, and then they stitched it after the game.
Mike, back when you and Peyton were both in college, Tennessee played Ohio State in a bowl game, and Peyton wrote his own scouting reports in college because, of course he did. Why wouldn't he? And here's what he said about you prior to the 1996 Citrus Bowl between Tennessee and Ohio State. All right? So he's athletic, but he's not powerful. All right, let's watch the clip right here. Oh, yeah. What do you think? Obviously, you read that clip before you just power drove him into the ground right there. Love it.
Closed and then climbed.
Powerful and athletic. Can't stop him.
So twisted my ankle on the bottom of the pile in that game, too, I remember. Sack.
All right.
Penalty.
All right. Got a little video for it right here.
Kind of an asshole. You get to know him. He went to Ohio State. Obviously I don't like him. There's a healthy competition between us, obviously, even though he's kind of fat and out of shape now. Physically he's really declined to a pretty sad state.
Mike, that was Tom Brady talking trash to you back in 2021 after a joint practice preseason together. The two of you clearly like to rip on each other, but I did notice that you didn't get a chance to participate in the Tom Brady roast last year, so I thought I'd give you that opportunity right now. The floor is yours, Coach. Go at it.
Oh, I've taken those opportunities so many times. My family, my kids had such great Christmases thanks to the wagers with Ohio State and Michigan back in the day when we were both playing for the Patriots, and I just. Those were some great times that we all had, and I figured it was just low-hanging fruit to go out there and roast Tom Brady.
They can play for him. Hey, Mike, Belichick, we've talked about 12 passes in your career, all went for touchdowns. Did you ever ask Bill to expand your route tree a little bit and get you out there in the open field?
So we did have one play, I think it was at the end of the Buffalo game. It was like 50-mile-an-hour winds, and we were in 4 minutes, and we went goal line. And it was Matt Castle, and we ran some, bootleg. and I came out and I broke out for the pylon, and the ball was on like midfield, and I'm wide open. I'm thinking, oh my God, he's gonna throw me the ball. And I just turn around, I see Matt just all smiling and running for the first down and sliding. And obviously he called the keeper, and then Bill said, under no circumstances are you to throw this football. But I actually thought that there was a chance that I was gonna catch the ball to end the game in the 4 minute.
No chance. No chance Castle's overriding Bill.
That was before the celebrations.
Just a decoy.
Do you like the touchdown celebrations now?
Yeah, I was just a decoy. I don't mind them. I mean, I think they're. I don't mind them. I don't mind as long as we get lined up and we kick the extra point. I don't mind them.
What would your celebration be?
I don't pay much attention to them.
What would yours right now? What would your celebration?
I just try to slam. It'd be the same thing. I just try to slam it as hard as I could.
The spike.
Well, then I used to run over to the sideline and celebrate with the defensive guys, but Tom got mad because I wouldn't celebrate with the guys on the field. I'd go celebrate with Brewski and McGinnis.
Hey, Mike, we're going to let you go, man. Happy Thanksgiving. Good luck in your next chapter, man.
Happy
Appreciate
Thanksgiving,
you, buddy.
boys. Thank you.
All right,
Thanks, guys.